Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's the weekend. So let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, June the 25th. That's our daughter's birthday, by the way.
It sure
Our youngest,
is.
she's 21. Holy cow. National Catfish Day, National Leon Day, National Strawberry Parfait Day, and Summer's Giving. Sunday, June 26th, National Barcode Day, National Beautician's Day, National Chocolate Pudding Day, and National Coconut Day. Yum.
Okay.
I'm a fan. And I've got a guest joining me today. It is a young lady that I've not talked to in the past. I had a different young lady from Amazon that we talked to this time last year. They put out their list of the best-selling books, and I don't even know if it's the best-selling. It's just rated the best books of the year, and then it always says behind it, so far. So these are the books that people are liking so far. Now, I'm not going to give my opinion on any of these books because I don't know anything about any of them. But I have a list of the ones that they claim are the best books. Again, I'm not putting anything quantitative to it because I've never heard of any of them. But if you're a reader, if you're interested, I've got the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Although it's tempting during those hot, humid summer nights to shut yourself in a dark room with your fan running, you might want to rethink that strategy. According to Sleep Advisor, aside from adding to your electric bill, it can also have a negative impact on your sleep. Heidi's going to disagree. The sleep publication says fans blow dry air around the room, which could actually lead to a number of concerns like dry skin and sinus issues. Thanks, Heidi. If the dryness in particular, if it's extreme, it can result in your body producing excess mucus to compensate. Then you're more susceptible to blockages and stuffiness and sinus headaches. Another possible complication is waking up with sore muscles because concentrated cool air can make your body tense up and cramp. Although that, admittedly, is an extreme case. Sleep advisors suggest not spending the night with that fan cranked up. They say it's triggering allergies and asthma symptoms for many. If you experience dry skin, eyes, mouth, or sinuses, that could be from the fan. They say consider getting a fan with an automatic shut-off timer. So
I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree.
Yeah, Heidi has a ceiling fan on our bed, and she has another fan on our bed, and she usually has the air conditioner cranked on high as well. So I live in a wind tunnel, pretty much. Yeah. We're married, by the way. That's why we're in the same bed. For those of you, well, just in case somebody's just tuning in. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know the world's largest recorded freshwater fish has been caught in Cambodia? The stingray.
I did not.
Yeah, captured on June 13th, measured almost 4 meters. That's 13 feet long.
Okay.
And weighed slightly under 660 pounds. The previous record, by the way, was 646 pounds, so 660 pounds is more. This is a Mekong giant catfish discovered in Thailand in 2005, was the former top fish. Again, the one now is a stingray captured in Cambodia. So, wow, big fish.
I used to love to fish when I was a kid. I'd not done it in so many years.
And if I caught a 660-pound fish, I wouldn't even know what to do.
No, for sure.
There's a lot of things we don't know, but now we know this. It's brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Mel B has announced that she'll be a judge for Season 2 of Paramount Plus Drag Queen Singing Competition, Queen of the Universe. She's joining returning judges Michelle Visage, Vanessa Williams, and Trixie Mattel, along with Graham Norton, who will return as host. So some folks know her as Scary Spice. Others know her from another program she was on more recently. The second Yellowstone prequel has a new name. So they announced, we're doing this new thing. It's going to be called 1932.
Okay.
Well, now it's 1923. And yes, some people noticed. There are many asking, why the name change? Well, it's to set some things straight that makes the timeline make more sense.
Okay.
In 1932, they were, I'll read on here. It says, part of the thing was, this was during Prohibition. Well, Montana was the first state to repeal Prohibition. They did it in 1926. So they're saying in 1932, they would have already been done with Prohibition, and that was part of the story. So they go, okay, well then, it's 1923. It's not 1932.
Okay.
So there you go. Harrison Ford.
As long as they got it all figured out.
Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren, and a bunch of many other amazing people. And apparently it looks like it's going to be pretty darn good. 1923, not 1932. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Hey, for best results, refrigerate after opening. That's printed on every bottle of Heinz ketchup. But according to their own stats, a full 1 in 5 consumers don't like their ketchup in the refrigerator. Meanwhile, more than half say ketchup must be eaten cold. So the people at Heinz Canada came up with an alternative solution. Heinz Cold Ketchup. It's a limited edition glass Heinz bottle featuring an icy blue label that changes color based on the temp. Company says it was designed as a nod to fans who love it cold and a challenge to room temp fans to try to chill out and try it. At the same classic condiment inside either way. It's just the bottle that's changed. They hope the temperature indicator will ease tension among those who are not sure if the ketchup is supposed to sit outside or if it's supposed to go back in the refrigerator.
I have said before that I feel like ketchup tastes better at a restaurant because it's been sitting out.
We've had
but
this
we
discussion.
refrigerate ours at home.
We do. And I've said, you can do that, you know. And while we're on the condiment conversation, mustard maker French's inspired an internet meltdown on Monday over a new ketchup popsicle. They call it the French's Sickle. It's a refreshingly savory and sweet ketchup popsicle made from 100% Canadian tomatoes, which will be available for a limited time in the summer in Canada. Reaction ranged from yuck emojis to multiple references to a 1995 Chris Farley David Spade movie, Tommy Boy, when Spade tells Farley, "You could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves." The tomato-based sickles are made in collaboration with Happy Pops, which specialize in all-natural ice pops.
Yuck.
So, Heidi, I have a question for you that I think I know the answer to. Would you try one of these ketchup popsicles?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I just wanted to ask. Here's my question.
Would you?
No, it doesn't sound like my thing. Why would French's Mustard make a ketchup popsicle and not a mustard popsicle? Anybody figure that one out yet?
I can't imagine anybody wanting either one, but apparently they feel
Just
like one was a little more appetizing.
Apparently. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Lindsay Powers is with a little company called Amazon. You might have heard of them before. And they had just put out a list of the best books of 2022 so far. I've got the top 20 listed in our show notes, but Lindsay, let's just do the top 10. What's number 10 on your list?
So number 10 is Hello, Molly. It's a memoir by Molly Shannon, who you may remember from Saturday Night Live. And while there are so many funny moments, not everything's funny. She's really been through a lot.
Wow, that's number 10. What is number 9 on the list?
Number 9 is Half Blown Rose by Lisa Cross Smith. And this is a beautiful book, an escapist novel. The main character, she moves to Paris and she takes up with a much younger lover. It's truly a joy. You'll be right in Paris with her.
And I see number 8 is A Sea of Tranquility.
Yeah, it's by Emily St. John Mandel. It's kind of sci-fi-esque, this wonderful kind of exploration of the time we live in today and an exploration of time itself. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it's a really great book.
Nice. Tell me about number 7 on the list, Memphis.
Yeah, by Tara M. Stringfellow, who's a debut author. This is just a story about women, and it's heartbreaking, but you're rooting for them. And a cool thing about it is that there's also a playlist, really, that you can listen to as you read along. So it's a really immersive experience.
That's a cool idea. And let's talk about number 6 on the list here, Lessons in Chemistry.
Yes, by Bonnie Garmis. It's debut novel by her. And I found it to be so delightful, yet very smart. This is probably one of my now favorite books of all time. I enjoyed it. She's in the 60s. She's a scientist, but because it's the 60s, she can't really pursue science the way that she would like to. So she becomes this unlikely cooking show host, and she sparks a revolution among housewives. And there's a talking dog, and I texted all my friends about it.
That's awesome. We're halfway there. River of Gods. Tell me about number 5.
This is by Candice Milliard. It is like a true larger-than-life characters on this grand adventure to solve this mystery about the source of the Nile. What I liked about it was that we are introduced to Sidi Bombay, who is the real kind of hero of this story. He's the formerly enslaved man, really pushes this expedition. Like, he's the hero. He's the one who finds it. Historically has not gotten all of the credit. You are going to be like in the jungles of Africa. It is a true, wonderful adventure.
Tell me about number 4, The Maid.
By Nita Prose, and another debut author we have here. So the main character is a true delight. This is a mystery that's really fun. Our team enjoyed it the entire way through because the main character was such a joy. And also the main character is neurodiverse as well, which I think is interesting. And we think some readers might find themselves in her.
Awesome. Now we made it to the top 3. Tell me about this one. All My Rage, number 3.
So Sabah Tahir wrote this book. She is a famous young adult author, but this is a very different kind of book for her. And technically it is a young adult book, but you would never know by reading it. She's a Pakistani-American author, and so and she kind of weaves some of her experience in the narrative of this book, even though it's fiction. And it is a take on the American dream. It will make you feel all of your feelings.
All right, we got the final 2. Tell me about number 2, What My Bones Know.
So Stephanie Fu wrote this book, and we found it to be a really accessible take on trauma. And we've all been through the ringer over these past couple of years with COVID, and just it's been an up and down kind of ride here. And we think that Stephanie Fu tells this beautiful story. She's funny at times and what could be a dark subject, and we think that it's a real study of resilience of the human spirit, and that people will find a lot of hope in it.
And number 1, Remarkable Bright Creatures. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so Remarkably Bright Creatures is by Shelby Van Pelt, yet another debut author, and it's fiction. It's a book that we all really found a lot of joy in. It is about a friendship that forms, an unlikely friendship between a widower and a talking octopus.
Oh.
Bear with me on that one. It's really about aging. It's about rebuilding relationships. It's about the family that we have and the family that we create. And it's all wrapped up in this wonderful mystery. We put it down and we were like, we wish we had more time with these characters. They're all it's just a really joyful book.
That is a really quick look at the top 10 books of 2022 so far. We've got the entire list of 20 in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Humans cannot walk a straight line without a visual point. If you're blindfolded, we will gradually walk in a circle.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
very interesting. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dogs can be allergic to humans. So if you're a human who's allergic to dogs, don't feel bad. They could be allergic to you as well.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Humans are scientifically proven to be happier in the summer than they are any other time of the year.
Okay.
So that's good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The eye makes movements 50 times every single second. That's a lot of moving. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cows give more milk when they listen to music. And I remember reading a study about this, and it talked about the different types of music make a difference, too. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
55% of corporate downsizings take place on Tuesdays. So, be careful in a few days. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Al Capone played the banjo in the Alcatraz prison band. Doesn't say if he played it well.
Okay.
All right. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. And your question today, 17% of men say they have to get permission from their partner to do this. 17% of men say they have to get permission from their partner to do this. I don't know if I need permission, but I would usually ask you before I did any of this.
I don't know.
The answer is go grocery shopping. So, yeah, I usually call and say, hey,
Do you need anything?
Go to the store. Do you need something?
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting stuff we don't need.
As long as I'm here.
And then I come home with the wrong stuff. One time, you said you wanted some soup, and then I got 2 different cans of soup because I didn't know which one you wanted. But I guess both would have been fine. That is the Mint Mobile Question of the Day, brought to you by mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Brits are being warned by authorities to stop sunbathing in the nude in your backyard, or as they call them, in their garden. Apparently, police are advising sunbathers to be careful if they plan to sunbathe naked. Because they could be overlooked by neighbors. They remind people that there are still rules that must be followed. Crown Protective Services, or Crown Prosecution Services rather, says you will have to decide whether your desire to be naked in your garden is more important to you than being on friendly terms with those around you. As long as it's clear you mean no harm or distress in displaying your nude body and letting your bits hang freely, then you should be fine and avoid running the risk of breaking any laws. While authorities noted that in an ideal world, hopefully police would not have to be called if they spotted a nude gardening in the buff. That's what they call it.
Depends on what you look like, I suppose.
Yeah, they say take
as
some
to whether or
simple
not your
precautions.
neighbor's mind.
They're saying maybe be behind a screen or find a corner where there's less people who can overlook what you're doing.
Right.
So, all right. That is just weird. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, and it is brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Here are 10 things that people learn too late. Then I have one extra at the bottom of that. So number 10, you played it too safe. So as you get to the end of life, you're like, you know what? I should have tried more things. I should have done more things. Number 9, Things don't matter so much. A lot of the times we think, oh, this is going to matter, that's going to matter. You're like, that didn't even matter. Number 8, the biggest risks are not taking any risks. Number 7,
I agree with that.
A lifetime is not as long as you think. That's true. Mine's going so fast. I was like 12 just the other day, by the way. Number 6, happiness is a choice and requires hard work. Number 5, beneath anger, there's always fear. Number 4, others treat you the way you treat yourself. Number 3, on things people learn too late, family matters more than friends. Number 2, life is not fair. And the number 1 thing people learn too late in life, everything is temporary. And the one other thing is, if it says grease the bottom of the pan, they don't really mean the bottom. They mean the inside bottom of the pan. So now you know.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today from Will Farrell. Will Farrell says, hey, before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are.
That is true. Oh my gosh, I've seen you lose your mind.
Not over slow internet necessarily. It's usually
Are
over
you
no.
kidding?
No, it's over no internet.
Oh
yeah,
my
we'll be somewhere and
gosh.
I'm like, I cannot connect to the internet. I'm trying to connect and there's no internet. What's going on here? She's
It's
like,
been absolutely ugly.
Yeah. She's like, calm down. It's going to be fine. I'm like, it's not going to be fine. All right. This quote of the day comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. I think this is really a cool story. Chewy, have you ever heard of Chewy?
Yes.
It's a pet
For
retailer.
pets, yes.
Yeah, for pets, like a thing. Anyway.
It's like a subscription box.
Is that what it is? I don't know really. It's
Yeah.
a thing that's on the internet. Anyway, here's the headline. Chewy's act of kindness goes viral. Anna Bro's beloved dog, Gus, recently passed away. However, she had ordered a bag of his favorite dog food from Chewy. She reached out to the company and asked if she could return the unopened bag for a refund. She wrote, I contacted Chewy last week to see if I could return an unopened bag of my dog's food after he died. They, 1, gave me a full refund, and 2, told me to donate the food to the shelter. And 3,
Oh, that's fantastic.
oh, it gets better. And 3, had flowers delivered.
Oh.
With a note signed by the person I talked to.
Oh,
Isn't that just the coolest thing? So many times you think about these, because again, like I said, I'm not 100% familiar with this. It's a big web thing, so, and so many times when you think about that, you think about it being a giant, big company.
Right.
But what you don't think about is this giant, big company with a bunch of people in it. And I love the fact that this person on the other end of the phone was a person.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And, they did exactly what they could. They're like, you know what? We're going to give you a refund. You go ahead and donate that to the shelter. And then that number 3 is the one that really gets me the most. Had flowers delivered.
I love
with
that.
a really nice note signed by the person she talked to. By the way, this little post that she did on the internet has been just going crazy. A lot of people with really, really nice comments. And I think it's really cool. I guess 2012 is when this website popped up, this Chewy thing. And since then, they've donated almost $1 billion, $97 million
Wow.
to shelters and rescued animals and all kinds of stuff. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a neat story. And again, I've heard of them. I wasn't super familiar with them until we talked about them just now, but I think that's really neat. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.